Hey guys, welcome to another video. This week, I'm going to be painting on a squishy. I've seen this done quite a few times, and I do have fabric paint, so I'm willing to give it a try. This one happens to be a donut. I've left a link in the description to the pack of squishies that I bought. So first off, I'm going to start by sanding this. From watching other people on YouTube do this, I've learned that if the squishy is too smooth, then the paint will just peel right off, so I'm trying to avoid that by sanding it first. I'm also going to use some scissors to trim up some of the seams. That way they're hopefully not as noticeable after the squishy's been painted, and it just gets rid of some of those rough edges. And once I have that cleaned up, I'm going to start by mixing my paint. First color I'm going to try and make here is the base of the donut. I do end up changing this color later and making it a bit more orange and yellow rather than white and brown. The first coat of this turned out a little bit too pale for a donut. So by the second coat, it's very obvious that I made the color much brighter and a little bit darker by just not lightening it up as much with the white. I think I ended up doing a total of 5 coats of this donut base color before I was satisfied with the coverage of it. I also had to make sure to fill in some of those little holes left behind after sanding it. Once that was done though, I moved on to mixing the color for the frosting. I decided to mix some pink matte fabric paint and some white 3D fabric paint. The trickiest part of this was keeping it in the bottle because I knew I wanted to use the bottle as the applicator to get it onto the top of the donut, which I think worked really well for this. And for the frosting, I was really trying to glob on the 3D fabric paint, but I was also concerned that I might run out of it since there was only a little bit left. Luckily, it ended up being enough to cover the entire frosting section of the donut. And it was important to me that I use the 3D fabric paint for this part, that way the paint would be thicker. And while it was still wet, it would give me the ability to add sprinkles, which I'm going to use some leftover fuse beads from a previous video in order to do just that. And I'm using my jewelry pliers in order to place each individual sprinkle. That way I can space out the colors of the sprinkles the way I want them without it being random. I also couldn't find my tweezers, so this was the next best thing. Once all the sprinkles are placed, it's pretty much just a matter of waiting for the paint to dry, which sets in 4 hours, but fully cures in about 72. I had a lot of fun with this, and I'm glad that I have 5 more to attempt painting in later videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next week.